Do you remember writing in your diary that freedom is the freedom to say 2 and 2 make 4?
Yes.
How many fingers am I holding up, Winston?
4.
And if the party says it is not 4 but 5, then
4.
180. How many? 190. How many fingers, Winston?
4. 5. 4. Anything you like. Only stop the pain. Stop.
Involuntary. Done contrary to or without choice. Involuntary.
Immigrant.
Done contrary
Definition
to
1.
or without choice.
Person who immigrates.
Involuntary.
Immigrant.
Done contrary
Definition
to
1.
involuntary.
Person who comes
Done contrary to or without choice. Done contrary to or without choice. Done contrary to or without choice.
Definition 1. Immigrant. Definition 1. Person who established. Unknown. Unknown. Established.
Trying to free your mind.
What white people have to do is try to find out in their own hearts why it was necessary to have a nigger in the first place. But if you think I'm a nigger, it means you need it. The question you gotta ask yourself, the white population of this country's gotta ask itself. North and South, because it's one country, and for a Negro, there's no difference between North and the South. There's just, a difference in the way they castrate you.
Who taught you to hate yourself?
Involuntary. Done contrary to or without choice.
Immigrant. Definition 1. A person who immigrates. Definition 2. A plant or animal that becomes established where it was previously unknown.
This is Mango the Goat, and this is the IIP. The IIP stands for Involuntary Immigrants Podcast. And I got somebody special here today, and I searched long and hard to find this person to speak their truth. All right? Hey, tell the people your name.
Hello, my name is Deanna.
And you said Biana, right?
Yes.
Okay. And for a lot of y'all, I want to make sure, because this platform is Negro First. And you are a transgendered woman, correct?
Correct.
Correct. So, first question is, right? How did you realize this is what you were?
I always said that I was gay, but I didn't come out to transgender till after 2014, after my mama passed away.
You said I was 14?
Yes, 2014. I finally came out as transgender.
What's your age now?
I am 26. I just turned 26 in April.
Okay, so 12 full years.
Yeah.
So in the 12 full years, like, what's that been like?
It's been hard. Cause it still got the backlash from other people, and other people don't accept you fully. See, I still got family members still don't accept me, so it's been hard. But I'm dealing with it.
So question, right? For the family that don't accept you, right? Like, they don't want you to come around, or when you come around, is it like weird as fuck?
See, when I come around, it be weird.
Be weird as fuck.
They be wanting me to come around, but I be feeling weird coming around them.
So, like, right? So you say you knew you were gay before, right? And then your mother passed, then you went to the transgender phase.
Yeah.
Right. I don't mean to call it phase. I ain't trying to disrespect you, but I'm just talking about phases of your life, right? So, like,
right.
You go into the transgender phase, and when you do that, what motivates it? Like, what made you say, like, fuck that gay shit, I'm a woman?
Well, because I always felt like I was a woman in the inside, because I never did manly chores. I didn't like doing manly stuff. I ain't play sports or nothing. I like doing girl stuff, like cheerleading and dancing and stuff. So I already felt in the inside I want to be. So I do a skit to let people know. So then I finally sat down and was thinking to myself, I said, you might as well live your true life, stop hiding. So I finally came out living my truth.
Okay. And like at 14, so you like running through, that's like middle schoolish area, right?
Yeah.
That's like the back end of middle school. So like when you're going through the back end of that, like your peers and shit, how was that like coming through with that?
But with my peers, it was hard because I got 5 brothers, grew up in the household with 4 brothers. So it was hard because when I ended up being I had to fight all my brothers and everything. So it was hard.
So like dealing with your brothers, like how was that? Was like your brothers like resentful to you, or was they supportive and shit?
At first it was. Then after a while they just got used to it. They said it's my life. We can't tell you how to live your life.
Out of your 5 brothers, you was the best fighter, wasn't you?
Yeah.
I got this theory, right? Like when people either gay or transgender at a young age, motherfuckers can fight. Right?
Yeah,
like
so we gotta fight to hit ourselves.
So I just got that theory. Like I just kind of see it coming. Every person that was gay as fuck, like when I was in middle school, they can fight. They defend themselves because they always getting fucked with. So they always ready to throw them bitches. So yeah, man.
Yeah, but I know. Yeah, that's true. That's right about you. Right about that. Because I had to fight a lot in school.
So like,
I was gay. I had to fight a lot.
So did you fight more when you was gay or when you was transgender?
Gay. So when I turned transgender, I stopped fighting a lot. I don't really fight like that.
Yeah. Cause you won't get a bunch of dudes fight. Do you get like a bunch of like females trying to fight you?
Both.
Not at all?
Both. Yeah, I get some females, yeah.
Like, so like, and you know what's crazy as fuck, because it's 2022, right? And I ain't trying to be funny, but like, so you're 26 now, but 10 years ago, like at the age you was at 10 years ago when you was 16, if you had like a hot tub time machine, right now you'd be like a fucking all-star athlete. Because like now you can go like compete with fucking girls and shit in like high school events and shit. Like, man, you be on fire. Like, I mean, except for in Florida, because like Ron DeSantis was like, no, fuck that. What you think about that shit? Like the "Don't Say Gay" bill, they call it. Like, what do you think about that shit?
Well, I don't really much like it, but I would. Can't go back to pants and stuff. I would, if I could. Definitely.
So like,
Definitely I would.
you know, like where you got like the fucking that new shit. You know what I'm talking about, right? The "Don't Say Gay" bills, what like the Democrats people calling it.
Yeah.
So like it's like you got to compete with the gender you're born with, right?
Yeah. Right, but with me, I don't. To me, I feel like ain't no holding competition with me. It's my language. I don't compete with nobody. Like I tell you, I'm not competing against you. I'm just living my life to the fullest, the way I want to live my life. Ain't no competition, ain't no competing. Y'all want to compete, y'all know how to be around me. The life ain't about, I'm trying to enjoy my life, live my life to the fullest.
You like the first person to you like the first person to say it like that. Like, so you think it's like somewhat of an off topic. Do you think it's like fair if you was like 17 and you raced a 17-year-old lily white girl in like the 100?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think that's fair? You gonna burn her ass.
No.
You gonna burn the fuck out that bitch. Keep it real, man. You gonna burn the fuck out that bitch. By the time you hit the finish line, that bitch gonna be starting.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, the only thing that make me like look at it that way is like, it's fucking children, and I think children should have a fair race in sports and shit like that. So, and this is why I say I'm totally ignorant to a lot of LGBT shit. I'm mango, right? But like, I'm looking at a lot of the political spectrum that gets introduced into like these children's sports and shit. And at first the first time the shit came to me was like the "Don't Say Gay" bill. Ron DeSantis makes the Don't Say Gay bill, and they were like between pre-K and like third grade, you can't talk about transgenderism and sexism, or it's just a bunch of different shit having to do with kids learning about dicks and pussies, right?
Right, but my thing is, kids nowadays don't learn about the LGBT community anyway, because it be out there now. They show it on TV. Then the TV, everything kids watch. They got like, it's just crazy. This world's still crazy.
So like with the bill, right? The thing that got me, right? Okay, so say you got a baby, right? You think the kids should learn about a lot of that shit without your permission?
No.
And that,
no, they shouldn't.
So you think that, get my permission first before you teach my baby some of this shit?
Yeah.
And
yeah, but that's right. That's right. But nowadays they show it on TV anyway. Depending on what these kids watch, they got it in cartoons and all.
Yeah, and
nowadays
the cartoons is off the chain, man.
Yeah.
I talked to a couple of Mangaloids, and I was real excited about having you on, right? Because you're the first dynamic person I brought on here with the perspective you have, right? And I got a question from one of the Mangaloids, and they want to know how you feel about pronouns and shit like that. Like, do you feel like pronouns are important? Forgive me.
Yeah, I do. But I really do. I'm still trying to get that issue across my brothers them too. With the pronouns. Like I tell them, I'm not, don't call me no he, don't call me no him, I'm a she. Her or she. Like the pronoun is very important.
So this is a story that happened to me, right? On Sunday that just went by. I was in Subway, right? And it was this white woman. But I'm thinking this white woman is in the transgender phase. She looked just like the white bitch from Orange is the New Black. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen Orange is the New Black?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the fat white woman with the fucking butch haircut?
Yeah.
She wasn't transgender at all. She was just a butch dyke. But she looked just like fucking her, right? And this bitch making my sandwich. And when she's making the sandwich, she was like, what kind of cheese would you like? And I was like, whatever. And she was like, well, we only have two. We got Swiss and provolone. Will provolone work for you? I said, provolone works. Yes, ma'am. And the shit was, it was fucking weird after that. Because I said, yes, ma'am. The rest of my sandwich making was weird as fuck, right? And when I got out to the parking lot, I saw the car. It was only my fucking bike and her car. And on the back of her car, she had the transgender rainbow and all that shit, right? And I was like, I went in a fucking mindset, like philosophy, like, damn, did I fucking offend this motherfucker? Like, and that wasn't my intention. I'm from the South. And thing that's big in the South is yes, sir, no, ma'am, all that shit. So I didn't really think nothing of it. So, like with pronouns and shit, it's a slippery slope. It's a tricky, slippery slope in the South. Right? And I'm trying to see how to fucking put this shit, right? Like, the motherfucker had a name on the hat of the Subway hat. It was like Devin. And I'm like, okay. And I don't remember what the fuck I called the fucking person for the rest of my sandwich making. But I didn't say ma'am or nothing after I saw Devin. Because I didn't want to offend nobody, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to switch pronouns. I'm 30-something years old. So, like, you raised up all this time and now the world shifts so quick. My question for you is, like, are you offended if you get the wrong pronoun thrown at you and it's not in a disrespectful manner? Like, it's like...
I do sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I do.
Like, if it's just like, if motherfuckers say like, yes, sir, and it's like not intentional.
Yeah, but on a person, I ain't gonna even lie to this. Like, on people who call me what sir and him, it's my family. Like people in the street, they call me ma'am, so they really think I'm a whole female. They call me ma'am, she.
Okay, so you're saying like with family, it's because you expect them to know. You expect them to do better. So it's this.
Yeah.
So you feel. So
You're
somewhat
right.
you feel like disrespected.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Okay. See, that makes sense. It's like you like I'm expecting you to respect me for what I am, what I'm telling you I am. And if they don't, that's like disrespect level.
Right.
Okay, I see that. Versus a stranger in the street. Like if a stranger in the street walks up to you and was like, "Sir," you wouldn't be as offended as if it was like your cousin.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha. So from like next question, just rapid heat. Like political party wise, are you into like the political shit?
Yeah.
What you lean with? Like you a whole Republican? You fucking make America great again, or you fucking blue party? What's up?
Yeah, I do party and stuff. So yeah.
Say it again.
I say Republican because I do party and stuff. So yeah.
You Republican?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I didn't see that shit coming. I belong to no party. I belong to the Involuntary Immigrants Party. Maybe one day you join the Involuntary Immigrants Party. But I say that's some gangster shit. There's going to be a lot of conservatives that got to like the first fucking 14 minutes of this shit and swore to God you were a Democratic person.
Oh, wow.
The Democratic Party is normally the ones that promote like a lot of the LGBT shit, and a lot of the conservatives and Republican people, they're like anti that. And so, I mean, from my perspective, I belong to no party, but it's going to be a lot of motherfuckers that's like, hold up, she Republican? So you on that MAGA shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, okay. You in Florida, right?
Yeah.
How you feel about Ron DeSantis?
If you can repeat that question.
I'm sorry, you hear me?
Yeah, okay. You repeat what you said?
I said, how you feel about Ron DeSantis? He went to war with Mickey Mouse.
I know. I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. I like Mickey Mouse. I do.
So, all right. So, check this, right? You got Ron DeSantis going to war with Mickey Mouse. At the same time, you got some active shooter in Buffalo. At the same time, you got Jim Crow Joe in Washington. All of that shit. And then you have Involuntary Immigrants Podcast. This podcast right here. The Involuntary Immigrants. Representative of all the niggas that ancestors are involuntary immigrants. They had no choice. And a lot of shit's fucked up. Your Fox News, your NBC, all of them, they owned by billionaires. I'm just a nigga that found a wherewithal to freely get in contact with great people like yourself. And question I have, like, one thing that people, and we're going to get into some deep water, but one thing that people are going to say is like, you are the way you are because of trauma. Right?
Yeah.
And I hate that kind of theory. I don't know your backstory. This is the first time me and you ever spoke, right?
Right.
It's not pre-staged, nothing. But I don't know your life story. But you could have a lot of people.
My backstory, yeah, it's hard. It's my backstory, yeah. I had something happen to me when I was young.
And so
my uncle and my cousin them molested me. So yeah.
So it was some form of trauma there.
No, I was young when this started happening. So yeah.
How young?
I was like 9 or 8 to 10.
9 or 10?
Mm-hmm.
And like
everything first started happening.
Do you think that affected your decision making as far as being gay, being transgender?
Yeah, I think it kind of had something to do with it, but not really because I have gay people in my family. Like I think it fall, after not fall too far from the tree because my mom was bisexual and my grandma was gay for 7 years before she got married.
Wait. So your grandmother was gay, and then she got married, and then made your fucking bloodline.
Oh, that was after my mama then was born. She turned gay after she had her kid. Then she got married to my step granddaddy.
So, like, you think like your biological granddaddy had like weak dick?
I don't know.
Like she
had 2 kids for him.
But
so
I mean, that's because you got kids for him. They motherfucker be some weak dick, and he be like, "Yeah, your grandma was like, man, I'm just fucking get some pussy. This motherfucker, he basically throwing clitoris at me."
Right. But my grandma, I think my grandma she wanted to turn back gay before she died. Anyway.
How old was she when she died?
My grandma was 54. 65 when she passed away.
She didn't want to turn gay at 64. She did not want to turn gay at 64.
Well, she said she wanted to go back to have her girlfriend go back. Mom, she wanted to get her stud girlfriend back. Yeah, my grandma was still talking to girls. Her ex-girlfriend started talking
at 64?
back. Yeah.
I don't know.
My grandma looked young, and my grandma had a big booty. She was dressing young.
Hey, but listen though, 64-year-old pussy. I don't know if I want that on my face. I'm a straight heterosexual male. I don't know at 64 do I want 64-year-old pussy on my face.
Well, some of y'all still be dating cougars though.
Yeah, man, listen. Yo, I want to meet. I want to know everything about your grandma because your grandma was a thug. Your grandma was OG status.
She was.
I mean, shit. You like, man, hey, put that 64-year-old pussy in my face. That's some gangster shit, man.
Yeah. My grandma was a G.
What about your grandfather? Okay, so we can talk about your biological grandfather and your step biological grandfather.
Okay, my biological grandfather, I really didn't know him like that. He wasn't really around us like that.
You say your biological grandfather?
He wasn't around. Yeah, I know him, but he wasn't around like that.
You ain't never get them like meet him?
I met him a couple of times. I know who he is and stuff. I met him, but he just wasn't around as much as my step granddaddy was.
He's still alive?
So my biological granddaddy is.
You don't never go like
granddaddy not.
You don't never you say your biological grandfather's not?
He's alive, but my other granddaddy not.
So for your biological grandfather, you don't ever like, hey, I'm gonna swing around and talk to this motherfucker. You don't ever say that?
No, I don't know how to get in touch with him. So hey, I'll just leave it as that.
Oh, you know his name?
My granddad's mean. My granddad is evil.
Okay, so hey. So you got 2 grandfathers and grandfathers, mother, right? So you got your grandmother, who you say wanted to be lesbian at 60 something, and the dude that she bred with, that's your biological grandfather, right? And
yeah,
do you know his name?
Larry.
Larry, you got his last name. You don't got to say it. I don't want him suing me. But
Larry. Yeah, my last name, his last name Taylor. Our last name Taylor.
I told you don't say this shit because I ain't want these motherfuckers suing me.
See, I told you my last name.
Okay, for sure.
So that's my last name.
So you got this dude, right? And you don't go talk to him or nothing?
No, I don't know. I be trying to get in contact with him and see him and see how he doing, but don't know how to get in contact with him.
Okay, but you reached
So I
out to
stopped
him.
trying.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that's on your mother's side?
Yeah, that's my mama, daddy.
So what about your father's grandparent?
My father's parent. I never met my father, my sperm donor. I don't have no father. I got the sperm donor. I never met him. So I met his mama, but she passed away, and I don't deal with his side of the family like that. But on the people I deal with is my siblings.
So so your father, you say he was your sperm donor.
Yeah, because he went to jail when I was born, so I
And
never met the man.
He spent his whole life in prison?
Yep, till he died.
Till he died in prison.
Yep.
Fuck, man. Damn, that's fucked up. But like, so he spent his whole life in prison, and you meet his side of the family. When you meet his side of the family, it's just the grandmother. It's not like the grandmother.
Yeah, the granddad, his daddy passed already, been passed before he did. Then I met his sister and his brother, but I don't talk to them like that.
So when he was in
I don't
prison,
talk to my daddy's side of the.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When he was in, I said I don't talk to my daddy's side of the family because they ain't like my mama. So, you ain't like my mama, I can't fuck with you.
Why they didn't like your mama?
Because they said that my mom was the reason he went to jail.
Why did they say that?
Because he beat up him and my uncle beat up my mama friend. That's how he went to jail.
So him
and my
and
uncle
your
wound
uncle
up pressing charge.
Wait.
And my
Throw
uncle
that shit
snitched.
back. Hold on, brother. Hey, listen. I call you brother. You mind? I ain't mean no disrespect.
No, it ain't no disrespect. Oh man.
Okay. So him and your uncle beat up your mama friend, and they went to jail.
Yeah, they beat him up, and my uncle snitched. So my daddy got all the time.
Your uncle snitched on your daddy?
Yeah.
Was
and
it
they
his brother
said my
or your mama
did.
brother?
His brother.
His brother snitched on him. Cain killed motherfucking Abel.
You're right.
God damn. All right, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah. So yeah. She snitched on my daddy, so he went to jail, and they say my mama snitched, and that whole side of the family hold the grudge against my mama. So I don't really fuck with them like that.
God damn. But okay, so let me ask you something. Do you plan on having children one day?
Yeah.
You got children now, or you just plan on the future?
I plan on having twins one day. So
wait, how you plan on having twins? Like
I'm gonna have somebody carry the baby for me. Go to the sperm bank. I'll have one of my friends
but like
carry my baby for me.
Man, to say I plan on having twins, that's some scientific shit. You know that shit's like different odds.
Right. Well, twins run in my family though, so hey.
Oh, okay. I mean twins in your family you can count. Like I'm talking about the set.
Well, I got my niece and nephew twins.
Okay.
And my uncles and my auntie and uncle are twins. So yeah, and my other brother had twins, but they passed away.
So okay, I want to ask you something. So if you plan on like having these twin children, being transgender, how do you plan on doing? Like you gonna get a surrogate bitch to carry the twins?
Yep.
But like, how you gonna do it? Like, are you like gonna like you and a man gonna pick the surrogate bitch?
Yeah. Yeah, me and my boyfriend at the time, my fiance at the time, yeah.
So you already got a fiance, or you planning for the future?
I got a boyfriend.
And that motherfucker gonna propose.
Yeah, he got 30 days to propose. I told him I want to have a baby man. He said okay.
Oh shit! Hey, do what you do. So
because I got a bunch of nieces and nephews, so I want kids of my own. I love kids.
So here's the thing. So here's the one concern I have, right? Being a Negro promoter, right? Both your parents is Negro people. That's your mother and your father. You come from your daddy ball sack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though
yeah.
I mean, you say unfortunately, but that's the life you bring. And you know what's crazy?
Right.
You say, unfortunately, that you come from his ball sack, but it's somebody that done listen to this fucking show right here that really appreciates that man's ball sack, because the information you brought may bring them some kind of great value in life. So you know, it's no evil, it's no bad. You got to kind of like see the zen. I sound like an Indian, I'm sure, but you got to kind of see the positivity in this shit, right? And
You're right.
somebody somewhere in the world that's going through something way worse than you ever been through in your life have listened to you talking to me, and they appreciate your daddy ball sack more than you right now. So with that being said, even though you despise him, if your plan does hit full fruition, them babies still have a hereditary tree they need to follow up to get to the original ancestors. And I'm real big on the original ancestors, the motherfuckers that first came across that fucking Atlantic Ocean, right? And that's your father's genetics. So even though you may despise a lot of the actions they took, that's still your fucking, that's your genealogy. So, I personally think you should reach out, man. I think you should reach out to, the ball sack that you came from and the ball sack that he came from.
Yeah, but I have both of them dead. But I ain't gonna lie, I talked to my siblings that I have for him. That's it. That's it. I'm close with my siblings.
But you see the siblings, who do you have from that next generation above y'all? You know what I'm saying? You got to get them old slave stories in, man. Like,
I talked to some of his great aunties. I talked to some of them, but not all of them. But I don't talk to his sister though. But I talked to my great aunties and cousins on my daddy's side. So they be asking me why I don't talk to them, why I don't come around, why I don't talk. And I told them why. They said that don't mean nothing. We don't got nothing to do with that. So yeah, you're right. But I know this year I started reaching out to this side after my sister passed away last year. So I started reaching out to my daddy's side of the family.
Because remember what me and you talked about, right? Where you said like some of that trauma that you had before you was 11 might influence your decision making, right?
Right.
You wouldn't want your babies to have some negative influence, right? Some negative influence. So, I mean, if you was to pull off what you're doing when you get a surrogate hoe and you shoot your nut cells in that bitch, them nut cells come from the nut cells of your father, but you wouldn't want them to make decisions based on trauma. They get a clean slate at life. You know what I mean? Do you plan on breeding them?
Yeah.
You plan on breeding them with a white hoe?
No. I was thinking about it, but I don't know.
You don't want to breed them with a white hoe.
But no. It's probably not somebody foreign.
Somebody foreign? Why somebody foreign?
I want to get good hair and pretty eyes.
You know what ADOS mean?
Mm-hmm.
You do know what ADOS mean?
Yeah.
What does ADOS mean? Tell me. Let me know. If you don't know, it's good. That's what I'm here for.
I put my phone on the charger.
All right, put your phone on the charger. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
You said ADOS mean?
ADOS, ADOS.
Get clear.
I ain't gonna knock you if you don't know what it means, because a lot of our people don't know what it means, and I understand because I just personally learned what it meant 3 years ago.
It's about American something, right?
You got the first part right. American descendants of slavery. So that means you are a descendant of slavery. So even if you breed somebody foreign, that baby is ADOS, right?
Right.
And I'm going to tell you off rip, my mindset, because I don't understand LGBTQ, my natural mindset wants to convince you like, okay, you feel as though you're gay, you feel as though you're transgendered. Well, okay, that means you're more on the feminine side of manlyhood. So my mindset wants me to tell you, get with a butch dyke. But that's wrong. That's wrong. That's totally fucking wrong. Right? Because I'm not here to judge you. You're going to make your decisions.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking about getting with one of them too, if the niggas don't work out.
But the problem with a butch dyke, so I get it. The full problem with the butch dyke is you gonna fuck the bitch butch dyke with your dick, and then she gonna say, "All right, it's your turn." And you know that shit's just fucking weird. I get it for you, okay? Sure, but that may not be your bag. But at the end of the day, you have, like you said, you have a goal of bringing children to this world.
Well, I'm not getting cut off. I'm not getting ready to have surgery. Uh-oh.
What you mean you having surgery? You gonna cut your dick off?
Yeah, I'm getting a coochie, yeah.
So you gonna cut the balls and the dick straight off?
Yep. I'm having my outside next to my inside.
So okay, let me ask you something. How much do that type of shit cost?
Like 20,000.
20 fucking thousand?
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy as fuck? So, okay, I do like this research theory, right? Like when you learn about the Willie Lynch plan and you learn about buck breaking and all that shit. Do you know they used to just do that shit to nigga men for free just to prove a point?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some crazy shit. And now they're going to make you pay 20,000 to cut your dick and balls off. You ever hear about Emmett Till?
No.
So Emmett Till, he was accused of whistling at a white woman, right? And they probably never did it. That white devil bitch was a liar. And they beat the shit out of this boy. He was a boy. They beat the shit out of him and cut his dick and balls off. And then shot him, beat the shit out of him, and then drowned him. It was like some totally unnecessary shit, right? And his mother decided to have an open casket funeral for him so the world can see how devilish these white crackers was. But that tells you how crazy the world is, right? Because that shit happened in the 1900s, and in 2022, they're gonna charge you $20,000 to cut your dick and balls off.
Right. But I know that was the price when I first looked up, like in 2014. I don't know the price now. I think they went down, but I'm going through my doctor though.
Your doctor's a scam artist. That motherfucker trying to charge you $20,000 to cut your dick and balls off.
Well, I don't know how much. I know that's why I looked it up online, but I don't know how much they're gonna have to charge. But I know that how much it used. Well, I looked it up and that's how much it was. But I'm going through my doctor, so I don't know how much it's gonna be through my doctor.
Holy fuck! I'm over here doing a podcast, and I could make fucking bands chopping dicks and balls off, man. Fuck. But I mean, you know, like I said, you have your reasons, you have your life. You're 26 years old, so whatever happened in 26 years that made you decide that that's the route you want to take, I'm not your God. I'm not here I can't judge you for that, and I don't think nobody else should. Now, you're going to have some people that listen to this shit like, what? That motherfucker crazy. And, I mean, I kind of respect them for their approach, but at the same time, they don't live 24/7 and whatever the fuck you've been through. You know what I mean? So, all due respect to you for that. But I do... go ahead.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Before I made my decision, but I did hunt a girl before. I did fuck a girl before. And stuff before I made my decision.
You fucked the girl before?
Uh-huh.
You fucked the shit out of her?
You can say that. But I just didn't like it. It's just what I mean.
You didn't like it?
No.
So you only fucked one girl? And like your whole life?
Okay, I only fucked one girl, but I ate I ate 2 girl coochie before.
That don't count.
Yeah.
Eating the pussy don't count.
Making a girl skirt. Yeah, that was my first time making a girl come.
But you did that eating the pussy.
Yeah.
You got, man, and listen, you gotta fuck another bitch.
That's not me.
So,
I tried it again. I tried it again in a threesome, but I still didn't like it. It wasn't me.
Suppose you know how many bitches there is in the world.
Yeah.
Suppose so you had 2 pussies out of billions, especially the bitches that died today. You had 2 pussies out of them many pussies in the world.
This felt like 2 wet sponges to me, so I ain't like it. It's not my cup of tea.
It felt like 2 wet sponges.
Yes.
I ain't never heard that shit before.
So yeah, I ain't like it. So Then I had a bad experience it when I first did it, and I ain't try to put the girl on blast. So
did it stink?
Just know my first time doing it, it was horrible.
I mean, but suppose, okay. So when you fucked the 2 bitches, right? Were you a gay male?
Yeah. Well, my first time doing it, I was confused still. I was 13 when I first punched the girl. I was confused still.
How old was she?
She was like, well, I was 14. She was 13. I just turned 14. She just turned 13.
That pussy don't count.
No, she wasn't no virgin though.
It don't matter if she was that mean that bitch was tainted. She was probably
before me.
She was probably touched by her uncle or some shit. You need to go fuck you a 30-something-year-old bitch. Listen, you need to fuck you a 30-something-year-old bitch. I'm like telling you, before you say pussy ain't the answer for me. You can't judge your pussy criteria off of.
It's just not my type.
So you.
But I got girls who want to talk to me though.
Say that again.
Who want me to be their girlfriend. I got girls who want me to be their girlfriend.
Yeah, but you need to fuck you a 30-year-old bitch. 30 plus. That's when that pussy done been through the track meet.
I mean,
you need a bitch that pussy done been through the track meet. A bitch had.
Okay, the girl, come in. The girl who want to talk to me, she's 30-something.
She 30-something?
Yeah.
You hit the pussy yet?
No, but
hit the pussy one time.
The thing with her,
before,
thing with her,
you only live once. So before you cut your dick and balls off, I got one request for you.
I tried it though. But the girl who want me to be my girlfriend, she want to scrap me down.
She want to scrap you down.
She want to be me up. Yeah, she want to be me over. Yeah.
So let her do the shit. I mean, I wouldn't personally do the shit, but if she gonna give you some pussy, hit the pussy. Hit the pussy. That's the realest pussy you about to get from what you told me. So like, if she like, okay, you've been with a man before, you had a man inside you before?
Mm-hmm.
Being, a transgender man turning to woman, I assume that's what you've had. So, okay, that dildo ain't nothing you've never felt before. For me, I'd be like, bitch, you crazy. Because I'm a heterosexual male. But for you, okay, whatever. But when it come to hitting the 30-plus-year-old track meet done ran through pussy, that's the best pussy you gonna get. You ain't gonna be able to compare no 30-something-year-old pussy to no 13-year-old pussy. That bitch, the only experience she got is with her uncle. But the 30-year-old bitch, she done been ran through by dope boys and all that shit. They done fucked that bitch to the maximum of fuckstivity. So this is your opportunity to really experience pussy.
Yeah, I'm just not into it. I don't know.
See, you being biased right now.
It's just not nice. It's just not my cup of tea no more. I tried that.
But you said you never tried it. So I'm gonna tell you, right? It's different if you said, okay, you was 26-year-old, you've been fucking bitches your whole life, and fuck that, you don't want it. But the experience you told me, you fucked a 13-year-old that 13-year-old pussy is fucking. You probably shouldn't even be in that. But like,
what's so fast anyway? What's wrong and fast?
Yeah,
You
but
want
that's
to
still
do it,
adolescent pussy. And granted, thank God you adolescent too. But like that's adolescent pussy. That don't count. You got to hit like grown up pussy.
Yeah, and that was the worst ever. Then I tried after her too, so I still didn't like it. It's just not for me.
Well, hey man, I
like
did. I
don't got no problem with y'all like the wet land, but that's just not me. I like dry land. Y'all could have that wet land that y'all sell. Dry land, I sell on dry land for $200.
Well, I did my due diligence and I tried to convince you to the world of great 30-year-old plus pussy. And hey, you know what works for you works for you. What you're not interested in, you're not interested in. I mean, I get it. I'm not gonna hold you on here all day though. I really do I say this from the bottom of my heart, and I say this from the respect to the Mangaloids, Negro to Negro. I really appreciate you calling, and I really appreciate you telling your shit on this platform. I know you're gonna get a lot of haters. Hey, don't worry about the haters. Motherfuckers be hating me regardless because I'm fucking ruthless how I talk. But you know, Negro to Negro, ancestor to ancestor, we have a difference in certain opinion, and your lifestyle I may not agree with, and my lifestyle you may not agree with, but you still a Negro, and I appreciate you, and I want the best for you and your seed if you do that shit with the white hoe and spread the ADOS population across the motherfucking planet. You know what I mean? And I wish that no harm comes to you, and may God watch over you and bless you, brother.
Thank you.
And I hope to have you back on. And
you will.
For sure. You are a friend to the platform. I'm gonna get one time for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, until next time, you be safe.
All right, see y'all later.
All right. Hey, tell them your name one more time, just so they're not surprised when you come back on.
My name is Deanna. You can follow me at Deanna25 on Instagram. All right, y'all. See y'all later.
All right, one love.
One love.